Welcome to Sounds of Brass.
Now, it's over to Peter Webster. In the Sounds of Brass newsroom, for this week's latest Sounds of Brass news.
150 individuals representing more than 50 bands came together on Saturday the 27th of September at Durham Miners Hall for the Brass Band Conference 2025, The Next Generation. The annual event, hosted by Brass Bands England, this time focused on the future of the brass band community and provided a platform for fresh perspectives and practical discussions. Keynote speaker Martin Green highlighted the well-being that banding creates for people and the importance of being open to collaboration, innovation and writing new music for brass bands. Calling for greater investment in young people and community-led creativity, he reflected on the joy of discovering the vibrant brass band scene local to him, remarking that banding is huge but hidden in a lot of places. On Martin Green's address, BBE CEO Kenny Cruxton reflected, "Martin's words perfectly encapsulate the theme of this year's conference. There is so much to be positive about within the brass banding world. But sometimes we need someone to stand on the stage and remind us of those positive impacts banding has both directly and indirectly. As Martin stated in his speech, banding isn't merely a hobby, but a lifestyle." Session highlights included a thought-provoking discussion from Flowers Band on how they plan their brass in concert sets, and a lively panel of young professionals sharing their insights into the opportunities and challenges facing the next generation of brass and musicians. Delegates were also treated to a fantastic morning performance by the resident Red Hills Youth Brass Band. The achievements of the brass banding community were celebrated with a presentation of the annual Brass Band England Awards, recognising outstanding contributions across the movement. Looking over the day, delegates reflected that the theme of the next generation was a very important choice, and sessions sparked conversations about young leaders. Delegates praised the networking opportunities and in particular Martin Green's keynote. Red Hills Head of Operations Rob Guest welcomed the conference, commenting by saying, "Brass bands remain a vital part of the culture life of Durham's coalfield communities, providing the soundtrack to everyday life in our village, halls, churches and the bandstands. We were therefore especially proud to host the 2025 Brass Band England Conference at Red Hills, bringing people from across the country together to explore the present and future of brass banding. The event was a resounding success, and it was inspiring to see so clearly that the future of brass bands is in safe hands." Brass Band England looks forward to continuing the conversation through its Youth Voice Working Group, ensuring that young people's perspectives remain at the heart of its work. Anyone interested in contributing is encouraged to contact Sarah at bbe.org.uk. That's Sarah with a H at bbe.org.uk. Brass Band England members can access session slides, resources and the brand new 2-part Essential Youth Voice Guide in the Brass Band England Member Resources Library. If you're one of these people wanting to be in the room where it happens, you're going to have to be quick to grab those tickets, although there is still over a month left until the 48th Brass in Concert Championships comes to the Glasshouse International Centre for Music. There are less than 75 tickets remaining available for purchase. That's why the organisers of the World Premier Brass Band Entertainment Contest are issuing a low ticket alert and advise the audience to secure their seats now to avoid disappointment. On the record-breaking sales, Brass in Concert CEO Nigel Stevens commented by saying, "It's incredibly heartening to see the avid support for the championship. There's nothing like experiencing it live, and with 1,500 people seated on stage, one on the Saturday, the atmosphere is sure to be electrifying. We can't wait to welcome everyone to the Glasshouse for what is shaping up to be a memorable weekend of world-class performances. The 48th Brass in Concert Championship doesn't begin when the first band starts to play. It starts on the concourse between the cafe trade stalls to visit and friends to catch up with. There's plenty to be done before the year's Unibrass Shield Championship kicks off the day of musician celebration. University of Sheffield Brass Band will perform their selected winning set themed around the harrowing odyssey of the Apollo 13 astronauts in tandem with a selection of their concert repertoire. Backstage, Brass will return as the after-party band and will strike up its first note immediately after the conclusion of band number 11. All players and ticket holders will have the opportunity to stay in the concourse area of the Glasshouse for entertainment provided by the Brass Ensemble, which will perform a range of classic and modern tunes throughout the evening. The 48th Brass in Concert Championship will see 11 of the finest bands take to the iconic stage, one stage, each offering a uniquely crafted performance devised to entertain. Among them are regaining champions Corey, alongside leading bands from England, Scotland, Wales, Norway and the Netherlands. Frank Renton returns as a compere, bring his signature wit and insight to the day. The competing bands that are taking part are Oldbourne, Brighouse and Rastrick, Carlton May Frickley Colliery, the Cooperation Band, Corey, Fordens, Flowers, Gus Band, Klepp Muselag from Norway, KNDS Fairy Band, Schoenhoven from the Netherlands. Whether you're a long-time fan or a brass band newbie, Brass in Concert is definitely one not to be missed. Following an incredible return to the championship event roster last year, Sunday sees the Sage 1 stage handed over to 7 of the very best youth bands from across the country. Youth Brass in Concert is the perfect way to show your support for the brass stars of our future. The inaugural United States Brass Innovation Competition recently took place at the Carroll Performing Arts Center in Southlake, Texas. The aim of the new event was to provide an opportunity to further enhance the growing brass band scene in the wider region, with performances showing excellence as well as development. Event organizer and host, the Dallas Brass Band, commented by saying, "We are honored to have hosted the inaugural US Brass Innovation here in DFW. It was an unforgettable event filled with incredible music, camaraderie and outstanding talent from across the country." 2025 NABBA champion Fountain City secured the win under musical director Jose Pellici, thanks to their fine renditions of the March Ravenswood, the overture Le Fons del Destino and the test piece selection of Paganini's Variations by Philip Wilby. Runners-up was 2025 Texas Brass Festival winner Dallas Brass Band, led by Grant Jameson, with the rendition of the Cossacks, La Forza del Destino and A Tale As Yet Untold by Philip Spark. Third place was handed to San Antonio Brass Band, conducted by Matthew Mireless. They performed Cimarrane, Light Cavalry and Hope by Dorothy Gates. Commenting on social media, the winner stated, "Thank you so much to the host of the inaugural US Brass Band Invitational, the Dallas Brass Band. We had an absolute blast performing and are honoured to be the winning band today. Huge congratulations to all the competing bands and to everyone who organised the event and facilitated a smooth competition." The host concluded the day started with two inspiring performances from our Dallas youth brass bands featuring both middle school and high school performers. Dallas Brass Band is proud to have taken home awards for Best March, Best Transcription and Outstanding Soloist, awarded to our co-principal euphonium player Scott McLean. A heartfelt congratulations to Fountain City Brass Band on their Best Own Choice Piece award, along with their first place finish, and to the San Antonio Brass Band for ending the competition with a terrific performance. Thank you to all the ensembles who made this event such a success, and we hope to see you all again next year. 19 of the best brass bands from all over Great Britain travelled to London over the weekend to perform and compete for the title of National Champion Band of Great Britain 2025. This year was particularly special as it remarked the 80th anniversary of the first national final back in 1945 at London's Royal Albert Hall. With this prestigious and culturally significant music competition giving the brass band movement so many amazing memories over the years. With incredible serendipity, the test piece testing the bands over the weekend was Edward Gregson's Symphony in Two Movements, with the composer also celebrating his own 80th anniversary. The whole day was hosted with aplomb and innate professionalism by Simone Rebello. The adjudicating team of Dr. Stephen Cobb, Ian Bousfield and Professor Rob Whiffin, OBE, had much to enjoy with so many brilliantly prepared performances and one or two that were really outstanding. The day came to a suitable grand conclusion with a wonderful gala concert given by Youth Brass 2000. Then came the results ceremony featuring the double fanfare team, the band the Scots Guards and band the Welsh Guards, performing the opening to Prelude for an Occasion by setwork composer Professor Edward Gregson. Taking the title of National Brass Band of Great Britain Champion for 2025, performing from the number 15 spot was Desford Collery and their musical director David Morton, who enjoyed his conducting debut with the band over the weekend. The victory was given an additional seal of approval with the individual prize for the Best Instrumentalist of the Day, sponsored by BBW, being awarded to Desford's soprano star, Kevin Crockford. Black Dyke were the close runner-up, having delivered their own superb performance from a number 7 draw under the leadership of Professor Nicholas Childs. Flowers and musical director Paul Holland completed the podium places, followed by Whitburn, to the obvious delight of the RAH audience, Briggers and Rastrick and Hepworth. Following such a wonderful display of the very best banding Great Britain has to offer, we are already looking forward to next year's contest, where 20 of the country's finest will converge on the RAH again on October the 3rd, 2026. Live from the Sounds of Brass newsroom, I'm Peter Webster, and that was your weekly brass band and brass band entertainment world news.